Hello everyone. Nature is both majestic and unpredictable. When storms rage or volcanoes erupt, Earth still offers surreal moments that take our breath away. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss the most extraordinary scenes of our planet. Over Jackson, lightning slashed the dark sky as thunder rumbled across the city.
Patio. Seriously.
From Tonga to California, tsunami warnings echoed as massive waves surged across the Pacific. A massive blaze broke out, and within minutes, 15 fire engines and 100 firefighters arrived on the scene. A crane lost balance during a landslide and was swept into a raging river. Luckily, no one inside. If you also found these moments unbelievable, make sure to hit like and subscribe so you won't miss the next video. A massive wave crashed onto the shore, sweeping away a small riverside home.
Yeah, hold on.
You can see pure fear flash across his face in just a split second. No one dares to mess with lightning. With water moving this fast and strong, I'd be the first to leave this place immediately.
No, la signora.
A sudden flash flood hit Sicily's submerging cars and leaving behind a haunting scene of destruction.
Io temo per... Aspetta, tira questi dog.
Don't just watch, drop a like and share your real feelings in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. Giant boulders thundered down an Indian mountainside, crushing a bridge in seconds. Nightmare. Fiona ripped roofs apart, toppled walls, and swept everything into the sea in seconds. A car teetered on the edge of a collapsing riverbank. The owner could only watch helplessly. A giant tsunami slammed into Ventura, California. People ran for their lives. A sudden explosion rocked the area, but quick response teams soon brought it under control. Not an accident, just two cars greeting each other a bit too hard. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell to join me in discovering more unbelievable moments ahead. The crane thought it could lift the world, but everything ended up flat on the ground. A tornado ripped through Markland Mall, the terrifying moment captured on camera. A building collapse wasn't a disaster, it was a perfectly controlled demolition. A home security camera captured a truck explosion right outside the house. Thankfully, no one was inside.
It's going.
If this scene gave you goosebumps like it did for me, like the video and comment the number 10 to join Team Amazed. A half-built bridge was destroyed by a massive flood steel and concrete swept away. I just took a nap, and when I woke up, my entire neighborhood had turned into a sea. He really should have stayed in the car. That would have been much safer. A lightning bolt struck right beside a tennis court. Players ran for their lives. An 81-story building collapsed after an earthquake. Thankfully, no workers were inside. Leave your reaction in the comments and turn on notifications because Mother Nature never stops surprising us. Oh my god, that was close. Everyone please move carefully in bad weather. A tornado formed right before our eyes, dust and debris flying everywhere as people ran for cover. Now I finally understand why Ford's ads brag so much. The truck didn't even budge. Stormbara unleashed its fury on the UK coast waves, crashed like cannons against the seawall. Like a scene straight out of a disaster movie, cars swept away by raging floodwaters in a European city center. Comment the number 10 if you believe that nature will always find a way to amaze us.
Les maisons sont inondées. Ça commence à monter, c'est de plus en plus.
Absolutely devastating. Quito's capital just endured a tragic day as a violent mud flow tore through the streets. During a flood, a farmer rushed to pull his pigs to safety, fighting against rising waters. Oh, how adorable. My heart melted watching this sweet moment. Be honest in your comment. Which moment made you feel the most fear, awe, or emotion?
It's a beautiful day. Just taking another walk.
In Cape Town, locals were stunned to see a giant tortoise strolling calmly through the streets.
It's me and my Labrador tortoise.
A seal got tangled in balloon strings but was thankfully rescued just in time.
So, yeah, guys, it's all good.
A mysterious shadow darted by. Can you guess what creature that was? Comment below. In an instant, the world disappears behind a curtain of blinding white snow, a massive storm swallowing the entire city. What seemed like a solid hill gave way in seconds after a single downpour, the entire slope collapsing with a roar.
Oh, we got the green. I don't want to lose you.
A massive tornado tore through Andover, Kansas, damaging nearly 1,000 buildings in its path.
Yeah, it's detached.
Have you ever witnessed lightning slicing across the Alberta sky during a massive storm? Like a doomsday scene, lava bursts ash. Clouds swirl, Mount Etna awakens as the world holds its breath. Mountaineers froze in disbelief as a massive landslide thundered down like a beast, clouds of dust engulfing the view.
Dude, you guys, I'm telling you.
A crocodile casually crawled onto the beach, scaring tourists while it seemed completely unbothered. Oh my goodness. Nature never fails to make our hearts race. A funnel cloud spun over Hartford, swirling winds and dark clouds signaling fury to come. The sea roared. The ground shook, a terrifying night of nature's wrath.
Yo, oh my god.
Southern Mississippi trembled as clouds twisted and thunder roared, the storm's anger rising. In Crete, an empty car shook violently during an earthquake. Only the furious ground below remained alive. Heavy storms turned Tennessee's streets into rivers, chaos and floods everywhere. Thunder exploded during the first summer storm, shocking an entire city awake. Frozen Lake Michigan turned roads into icy mazes of danger. Purple-green auroras danced across Alaska's sky, a magical performance under silent snow. Off the coast of Cork, a minke whale leapt gracefully through shimmering waves, pure ocean magic. snow-blanketed Australian ski resort's winter has officially arrived. A sandstorm engulfed a Dutch city, turning daylight into a swirling haze.
There's something unseemly.
Two massive waterspouts appeared over the Bahamas. Passengers on a ship stood in awe.
Water spouts in the Bahamas.
A huge tornado spun just off Singapore's coast. The sea turned wild in seconds. A massive, arc-shaped cloud stretched across the sky after days of storms, majestic yet eerie. Waves and wind battered Fort William's Pier, the city trembling under Storm Brendan's fury. Over northwest Iowa, a funnel-shaped cloud swirled ominously, a warning of danger ahead. A mighty wave slammed into a bus, a hopeless battle between nature and machine. Ash and tremors filled the air, a warning that something much bigger was coming.
Suddenly go to the side. Suddenly get...
Raging flames consumed several buildings in Santiago. Firefighters fought through smoke and sirens. A biker in the UK raced through a red light, barely missing an oncoming train. Never try this. Floodwaters made rescue efforts nearly impossible. Every available vehicle was deployed. A hydroelectric dam opened its gates, sending torrents of water roaring down, majestic yet terrifying. A monstrous tsunami swept away everything, a chilling reminder of nature's destructive power. Super Typhoon Regasa hit Taiwan, bringing the biggest floods in history. The flood was so powerful it carried off a 5-ton truck, unreal force of nature. This is literally me every morning before going to work. Oh my gosh. Look at it waddle like a tiny penguin, too adorable for words. How can these fluffy creatures be both hilarious and adorable at the same time? Deep-sea creatures remain nature's greatest mystery, strange yet dangerously fascinating. Wow, what a colorful underwater show. The ocean can be so playful sometimes. A monstrous flash flood devoured everything in its path, straight out of a disaster movie. A terrifying tsunami swallowed everything beneath it, pure helplessness before nature's might. An earthquake toppled a phone store, but one quick-thinking girl hid under a desk just in time. A tornado destroyed everything in sight, yet the American flag still waved proudly in the storm. Just Mother Earth rearranging her furniture, the biggest rock slide I've ever seen. Oh my god, that was so close. One step in the wrong direction and who knows what would have happened. Unbelievable, it's midnight right now. A man witnessed something strange. The rising water had destroyed the river's entire ecosystem. Wow, it feels like I'm standing at the border between two worlds. A breathtaking northern aurora filmed in Missoula, a masterpiece by meteorologist Mitchell Coombs. Wow, I've never seen antlers that massive before. What is this creature? Can anyone identify it in the comments below? Wow, what a stunning, absolutely breathtaking spectacle. Cyclone Tauktae lashed Mumbai heavy rain, fierce winds, and giant waves swallowing India's gateway. On a quiet street in Cape Town, a massive rhino appeared out of nowhere, straight out of a movie. Mist-covered Linville Lake trees fading into fog, a dreamlike, peaceful scene. Unbelievable. Tonga's volcano suddenly erupted with violent force, sending a massive ash plume sky high. Just a day later, a tsunami struck, shaking the entire region. Unbelievable. A giant dust storm swallowed Great Bend, Kansas, plunging the entire area into a violent gust tossed an oven off a ship's deck, turning it into an unintended outdoor barbecue, both humorous and tense. Even from a distance, the video is enough to make your heart tighten with fear. It's hard to imagine the sheer terror endured by those in the small boat amid the furious sea. Terrified screams echoed as the ground shook violently. Shoppers clung to each other desperately, trying to stay upright during a 7.5 magnitude earthquake. Melting ice released torrents of water that swept away everything in their path, a powerful display of nature's raw strength. A sudden explosion rocked the area, but quick response teams soon brought it under control.
Oh, there we go.
Floods swept across southern England, drowning homes and forcing residents into chaos. Severe flooding in Roswell swept away hundreds of homes, destroyed infrastructure, and left food and water scarce. Disease outbreaks loomed dangerously close. Montego was suddenly swallowed by a storm, torrential rain, howling winds, and an apocalyptic scene. Taiwan's Xiamen Dam roared as floodgates opened during Typhoon Duan, unleashing destruction across the island. A recycling plant in Mexico was consumed by a massive blaze, black smoke billowing skyward in apocalyptic fashion. Tropical storm Beryl slammed Houston, unleashing torrential rain and floods that turned streets into rivers, throwing daily life into disarray. A horrifying tragedy. A deadly tsunami slammed into Indonesia just hours after a volcanic eruption, leaving widespread devastation behind. Ash still billows from the mouth of Krakatoa volcano, a chilling reminder of nature's uncontrollable destructive power. A massive lava flow burst from La Palma's volcano, creating a scene both majestic and terrifying. When lightning struck the sea, what exactly was happening beneath those seemingly calm waves? A massive funnel cloud dropped near the Iowa-Nebraska border, accompanied by a tornado warning that left residents watching in fear.
I'm trying my best here to keep you straight.
Oh my God! A tornado became a true nightmare, howling violently, ripping apart everything and leaving behind an apocalyptic wasteland. A glacier suddenly collapsed, sending tons of ice crashing into the valley like a colossal hailstorm. The whole area was plunged into chaos and fear. In mere seconds, a deadly tornado ripped through a Dutch coastal city, scattering debris everywhere, as if the whole town was swallowed. California's Highway 38 turned into a raging mud river as flash floods trapped countless vehicles in the surging waters. California's Highway 38 turned into a raging mud river as flash floods trapped countless vehicles in the surging waters. Power lines burst into flames during an ice storm, creating a terrifying and unbelievable sight. In 2024, a jade mining waste dam in Myanmar burst, unleashing torrents of sludge that swept away everything, a man-made disaster of horrifying scale. A dust devil and lightning struck simultaneously at Ohio University, throwing students into chaos and cutting visibility. Giant boulders thundered down an Indian mountainside, crushing a bridge in seconds. A giant dust storm suddenly swept across central Kansas, turning day into a choking red haze and plunging the region into chaos. A funnel cloud suddenly appeared in southern Florida just before Hurricane Milton struck, leaving everyone frozen in fear. Look at that lightning tore through the night sky in Del Rio, Texas, like glowing swords cutting through the dark. An earthquake shook an orthopedic clinic in Sendai, Japan, putting medical equipment in peril.
Oh my God, I'm in a tornado. I'm in a tornado.
An avalanche roared down like a sea of white, swallowing everything and leaving behind a surreal, ghostly silence. Just before Hurricane Michael made landfall, towering waves smashed into Alabama's coast, creating a scene both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Authorities issued urgent warnings to brace for impact. Lasting only seconds, a tornado ripped apart everything in its path, leaving traumatized witnesses in shock. In Truckee, California, heavy snow forced residents to clear rooftops to prevent collapse. This winter became one of Sierra Nevada's snowiest in recorded history. In Rock Hill, a storm gust lifted an umbrella high into the air, a sharp reminder of nature's untamable power. Mountaineers froze in disbelief as a massive landslide thundered down like a beast, clouds of dust engulfed. Northern Kansas reeled as fierce rain and wind struck. The sky roared with fury, the opening act of a full-scale assault of storms and tornadoes. In Tocopilla, Chile, security cameras captured violent shaking as a powerful earthquake struck off the northern coast in late July. Lightning struck a backyard tree, incinerating it instantly. Flames burst forth, an undeniable show of nature's unstoppable power. A rare moment. An Arctic wolf suddenly appeared in the icy wilderness of Canada, radiating a magical sense of friendliness and wonder.
Good experience, huh?
In Berlin, the eerie howls and barks of an Arctic wolf echoed through the city, a strange and unexpected sound in the urban heart. Under the golden Mediterranean sun, a massive whale surfaced near Malta's cliffs, a magical meeting of sea and wild nature. Montego was suddenly swallowed by a storm, torrential rain, howling winds, and an apocalyptic scene. At sunset, a flock of starlings danced gracefully through the sky, each wingbeat painting a
That's like what you see in the movies. That's just so...
Heavy rain and fierce winds pounded Honolulu, toppling trees and turning the city into chaos. Hurricane Fiona struck Canada, lashing Newfoundland with 110 mph winds, heavy rain, and devastating floods. A building in Sydney burst into flames, the wall suddenly collapsed with a terrifying explosion. Road crews battled heavy snow on a Louisiana bridge amid brutal freezing weather. Super Typhoon. Meranti hurled cars across Kaohsiung, turning streets into battlegrounds of raging winds. A terrifying moment caught in the heart of nature's fury.
Jesus.
Storm Éowyn tore through Glasgow, toppling warehouses in seconds. A storm slammed Taiwan, turning streets into rivers and upending lives in the flood. 3 people were rescued by helicopter from the raging river, a breathtaking survival story.
What do you feel like if you're going back to space?
Multiple waterspouts spun simultaneously over the ocean, a terrifying sight to behold. Typhoon Hinamnor roared across the land, erasing everything in its path and leaving unimaginable destruction. A storm ripped through Honolulu, toppling giant trees and crushing cars in seconds. The power of nature was terrifying. An ice volcano appeared as waves pounded thick sheets of ice, forming a bizarre and rare spectacle. A supercell near Forgan, Oklahoma formed strange mammatus clouds, turning the sky into a rare and surreal sight. Off the coast of Cork, a minke whale leapt out of the water, slicing through waves in a dazzling display of grace and power.
Class.
Lasting only seconds, a tornado ripped apart everything in its path, leaving traumatized witnesses in shock.
There it goes. There it goes. Connor, slow down, man. You're gonna hit with.
On a snow-covered highway, driver Timothy Friel narrowly escaped death by swerving just in time to avoid a speeding truck.
Oh, there goes the umbrella! I closed it!
In Rock Hill, a storm gust lifted an umbrella high into the air, a sharp reminder of nature's untamable power.
Yeah, we're right underneath the tornado.
A sudden mini tsunami crashed onto a California beach, sweeping away everything in its path and showing the overwhelming force of the ocean.
Oh no! Oh!
Come on, keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
A dog trapped under thin ice was dramatically rescued by a team of heroes in the freezing cold.
Just there.
Right.
Hurricane Milton slams Tampa. Roaring winds and pounding rain shake the entire city. Terrified screams echoed as the ground shook violently. Shoppers clung to each other desperately, trying to stay upright during a 7.5 magnitude earthquake. Kilauea volcano erupted violently, sending a massive fountain of lava skyward, a terrifying reminder of the Earth's hidden power. A massive rock slide slammed onto a California highway, blocking the road within seconds and leaving bystanders in shock. A building under construction in Houston suddenly collapsed during a fierce storm, turning the site into utter chaos. Unbelievable. A giant dust storm swallowed Great Bend, Kansas, plunging the entire area . When the ground trembles and the walls crack, you finally understand what no safe place really means. Even from a distance, the video is enough to make your heart tighten with fear. It's hard to imagine the sheer terror endured by those in the small boat amid the furious. A bus dangled off a Bronx overpass, leaving onlookers gasping in fear. Torrential rain flooded streets, paralyzing traffic and causing widespread disruption. Fierce wildfires in Patagonia burned dozens of homes, forcing residents into chaotic evacuations. In the blink of an eye, the hillside of Izu collapsed in Atami, sweeping away houses, cars, and the peace of a July morning. A violent storm slammed into the Sydney Opera House, threatening one of the world's most iconic landmarks. A rare tornado formed in a Dutch coastal city, tearing apart homes and spreading fear like never before. In mere seconds, a deadly tornado ripped through a Dutch coastal city, scattering debris everywhere, as if the whole town was swallowed by fury. California's Highway 38 turned into a raging mud river as flash floods trapped countless vehicles in the surging waters. Oh no. A violent hailstorm slammed into southeastern Germany. Hurricane Beryl tore through central Arkansas, toppling trees and causing severe damage. Oh my God, it's hard to believe what's happening right before our eyes. A dust devil and lightning struck simultaneously at Ohio University, throwing students into chaos and cutting visibility to almost nothing. A bolt of lightning slashed across the skies of southern Iowa, creating a surreal scene, both enchanting and terrifying.
It's right on. It's not that big.
Lightning strikes a rooftop in Dallas-Fort Worth, igniting a fiery warning from the sky. A funnel cloud suddenly appeared in southern Florida just before Hurricane Milton struck, leaving everyone frozen in fear. Look at that lightning tore through the night sky in Del Rio, Texas, like glowing swords cutting through the dark. A magnitude 6.2 earthquake struck near Iquique, Chile, a region on the notorious Pacific Ring of Fire. A storm in Montana roared like a beast, toppling even ancient trees. Nature raging and mocking humanity with cruel force. An earthquake shook an orthopedic clinic in Sendai, Japan, putting medical equipment in peril. An avalanche roared down like a sea of white, swallowing everything and leaving behind a surreal, ghostly silence.
Wait, y'all, we should probably get inside.
A tornado tore through El Campo, Texas on December 26th, causing heavy damage and filling the air with dust. Floods swept across southern England, drowning homes and forcing residents into chaos. Communities desperately awaited emergency relief after devastating floods and landslides.
Oh my gosh!
A deafening crack. The ground split open before your eyes. Would you run or freeze in shock?
Oh my gosh!
Typhoon Gaemi tore through Taiwan with violent winds and massive floods, destroying infrastructure within minutes. A massive waterspout spun violently off the coast of Pilbara, churning the sea in a terrifying display. Snowplows cleared icy roads, keeping winter travelers safe. Drivers struggled on icy runways as snow crews worked non-stop to keep paths open.
Out here. There's semis. Both the interstates are blocked. It's unbelievable.
A chain reaction crash on an Illinois highway completely shut down traffic. Heavy rain and fierce winds pounded Honolulu, toppling trees and turning the city into chaos. With driving skills like that, she'll never pass her road test. Thick snow buried everything, making the world disappear into a white haze. A massive tornado tears through Rochelle windscreen. Debris flies and chaos reigns. SpaceX launched 2 commercial lunar missions, marking a bold step forward in private space exploration.
T plus 30 seconds into.
What are those?
In Crete, an empty car shook violently during an earthquake. Only the furious ground below remained alive.
What are those?
Look up, everybody!
Wildfires forced a university in Ventura. Road crews battled heavy snow on a Louisiana bridge amid brutal freezing weather. In Ireland, a bench was blown away by the strongest storm in decades, leaving behind scenes of chaos. Kilauea erupts, lava shooting 200 feet high, ash clouds thick the ground, glowing red. In Carlisle, a storm ripped away an event tent, leaving the city center in disarray. A terrifying moment caught in the heart of nature's fury. Storm Éowyn tore through Glasgow, toppling warehouses in seconds. A Falcon 9 rocket streaked across California skies, carrying 23 Starlink satellites in a dazzling light show. A storm slammed Taiwan, turning streets into rivers and upending lives in the flood. Frozen Lake Michigan turned roads into icy mazes of danger. Three people were rescued by helicopter from the raging river, a breathtaking survival story. Multiple waterspouts spun simultaneously over the ocean, a terrifying sight to behold. Two massive waterspouts appeared over the Bahamas. Passengers on a ship stood in awe. Typhoon Hinamnor roared across the land, erasing everything in its path and leaving unimaginable destruction. Typhoon Sanba pounded Yosu, submerging the city in towering waves and violent winds, a scene that shocked all of South Korea. Severe flooding in Roswell swept away hundreds of homes, destroyed infrastructure, and left food and water scarce. Disease outbreaks loomed dangerously close. Tropical Storm Beryl slammed Houston, unleashing torrential rain and floods that turned streets into rivers, throwing daily life into disarray. In Rock Hill, a storm gust lifted an umbrella high into the air, a sharp reminder of nature's untamable power. "10 years without hail, maybe it's luck, or maybe it's nature's warning of a new climate cycle." Kayakers paddled through ice-covered Lake Michigan, a freezing, daring adventure. Green auroras danced across Reykjavik's skies. A breathtaking memory etched forever. Frozen noodles suspended midair in Minnesota, an incredible display of extreme cold.